What is up, guys? It is Brandon here. Today I want to talk a little bit about credit. Now, there's something that Experian, the credit bureau, puts out about credit every single year, and it's called the State of Credit. And what the Experian State of Credit report does is just really break down where us Americans are when it comes to credit, how many credit cards we have on average, how much our mortgage debt is on average, how much our credit card debt is on average, and they even break it down between retail credit cards and normal charge credit cards. They even break down the average credit card debt that average Americans have on their retail credit cards and on their normal credit cards, and that's what we're going to get into today. So they actually have a graph that breaks down everything that I just mentioned, so I'll put that up on the screen and then we'll go through it. So as you can see here, the average mortgage debt that the average American carries is just over $201,000. And that's going to obviously be on their home, their place of residence. And down here is the Vantage score that differs from some other scores, but this is what they calculated. So it's 675. So that falls in, to the okay credit realm, but it's not where obviously you want to be, definitely not somewhere that I'd want to be. And this is where it gets interesting. So credit cards. So the average United States citizen has 3.1 credit cards. And these are just, your Visas, your MasterCards, just your regular charge cards. Nothing to do with like a Best Buy card or a Macy's card or any type of retail card. So that's just what is right there, 3.1 average credit cards. And then of those credit cards, Americans on average are carrying $6,354 in balances every single month. And if you've been watching my channel at all, you know that this is just ridiculous, right? You're paying interest on here, and really, really high interest. So they're paying anywhere from 18 to 27% on that $6,300 every single month, which just is mind-boggling. So they're paying way more than they need to because they're carrying that massive balance on their credit cards each and every month. Okay, and then let's get to the average number of retail credit cards. So as you can see on here, 2.5 retail credit cards, and these are things from like your favorite stores where they make your bonus points, worth more than cash, but only at their store. So say, you open up a Best Buy credit card, and when you charge things on that credit card, you can charge whatever you want. It doesn't have to be just at Best Buy, but essentially you just rack up points, rewards, and then you can go to Best Buy and use those points and spend money at their store. So average Americans have 2.5 retail credit cards, and on those retail credit cards they carry a balance of about $1,800, which again, they're paying a lot in interest on that, which is something that you just do not want to do. If you can't afford what you're buying, just wait and save up some money, right? Just don't go get that instant gratification, putting that on your credit card. It's not what you want to do. So as you can see there, us Americans as a whole, the average American's carrying a lot of debt, between mortgage debt, between credit card debt, and other forms of debt as well. And it's sad to see because just so many people aren't educated on ways to be financially responsible. And this really shows in the 675 Vantage score us Americans as a whole combined are averaging. I mean, it's not a terrible number. You're not in the low sixes, you're not in the fives. But again, you want to be up in the sevens and possibly eights if you can get their 800, 700 credit score. And another thing that Experian does is break down the top 10 states with the highest Vantage score and the top 10 states with the lowest Vantage score. And I'll go ahead and put that on the screen right now and we'll walk through it. Okay, so let's go over the top 10 states with the highest Vantage scores first. So surprisingly, Minnesota with an average score of 709. Vermont 702, New Hampshire 701, South Dakota 700, Massachusetts 699, North Dakota 697, Wisconsin, Iowa, Nebraska, and Hawaii all in the high 600s. And just by looking at those states, I never would have guessed that. But let's go over and look at the top 10 states with the lowest Vantage scores. So coming in first right here is Mississippi with 647, Louisiana not far behind with 650, and I'll let you guys look at the rest. There's Georgia, Alabama, Nevada, Texas, and West Virginia with 658. And along with Experian breaking down the top 10 states with the highest Vantage scores and the lowest Vantage scores, they also broke down the top 10 states with the highest credit card debt and the lowest credit card debt. And I'll go ahead and put that on the screen right now as well. So as you can see here, Alaska is coming in with the state with the highest average credit card debt, topping $8,515. That is just crazy. And if you look over here, Iowa is coming in with the state with the lowest credit card debt at $5,155. So Experian's just breaking down, each and every state, what the highest credit card debt is, what the lowest credit card debt is, the states with the highest Vantage scores and lowest Vantage scores. It's mind-boggling to see these numbers, because I know where I am, and hopefully you guys know where you are with your debt and with your credit score. And this just helps put things into perspective, just to see where you compare to other Americans. So are you guys doing good compared to what I just showed you? Are you guys doing bad? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm gonna put a link to everything I just showed you in the description below, so you can go check that out. But I also wanted to show you guys how Experian breaks down all this information between different generations. So we have the silent generation, we have baby boomers, we have Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, and I'm gonna link that actually on the screen right now and just show you real quickly how they break it down. And again, you guys will be able to view this all in the description below. So as you can see, again, it's broken down by silent generation, baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z. So you can see, the average credit scores for all those generations, average number of credit cards, average balance on credit cards, average number of retail cards that each generation has, and average balance on those retail cards, and again, the average mortgage debt that each of these generations carry, and the average non-mortgage debt. So I know this is a lot of information to take in. It's a lot of charts and graphs and numbers, but if you just click the link below and go to the state of credit that I linked in there by Experian, you'll be able to take this at your own pace and kind of just process it at your own speed. So in my opinion, us as Americans as a whole, I feel like we're just not as financially educated as we should be. And again, this isn't stuff that they teach in schools, right? You actually have to actively go out and seek to learn these things about financials. They don't have, they have some classes in schools, but they really don't put an emphasis on financial literacy. And that's why you're seeing that, these numbers are so low in areas where they should be high, and so high, like credit card debt, in areas where they should be low. And if your parents don't tell you these things, if your teachers don't tell you these things, and if you don't actively go out and know to seek information on this, how are you supposed to learn? And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to share some of the knowledge that I have, just to better everyone's lives that are watching, and just be able to educate you guys on things that maybe you don't have people in your life that are educating you on. And these are very, they're just very important things that every single person should know, whether, you're American living in the United States, or, you're someone who's living in a different country. Financial literacy is key just to, living a good life. So I hope you found all this information really helpful, and, hopefully this was eye-opening for you guys to see, what we're doing as Americans on average. And, just hopefully you can take this information and then go and, better your guys' own financial situation. And if you guys found this helpful in any way, please, as always, give me a thumbs up, like this video, comment below if you have any questions. I always get back to everyone. and also hit the subscribe button. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.